Alright, so this is my first instructional type video. I'm probably gonna hate the sound of my own voice watching this back. Okay, so Insurgency 101. First thing you're gonna want to do is, after you've set up all of your shit, like video settings and key bindings, is go into the server browser and join a server. Usually you'll go internet, and then I normally hit latency. Server has players less than 100, depending how good your internet is where you are, maybe less than 50. But anyway, I'm going to play on my server, show you guys the basics of Insurgency. Okay, so I am on the security team, as it says here. We're attacking. This is a push server, by the way. So let me just take Rifleman, something basic to start with. So the first thing I normally do is remove all and start from scratch. Then first thing you want to do is pick a primary weapon. We'll do the M16 here because it's the cheapest. Now the guns in this game have a shit ton of recoil, so you're probably going to want to take everything you can that will reduce recoil. So I'll pretty much always go for the foregrip if I can, but you definitely are going to want heavy armor, so probably get that first. And you're probably going to want a chest. Well, at first you might not need a chest rig because you probably die so fucking fast. You won't get through yet 3 magazines. If you get a chest rig, you get 5. So you might not want to start by going with the chest rig. You don't need a secondary pistol. That's a complete waste of time. If you're changing to your pistol, you're already dead. So let's go for the heavy barrel holographic sight. I find the iron sights are really hard to aim with in this game a lot of the time. Well, at least on the American guns. But that's a personal preference thing. So I've spent all my money, so I can't afford any ammo, but I generally find that people on the Insurgent team either don't take armor or take light armor, in which case just the standard ammo is probably going to be fine, especially if you're a noob, because the armor piercing ammo actually reduces shots to the arms and legs but increases damage to the chest only. So normally I'd probably take a vest and maybe a flashbang. Alright, loading in. Okay, so I've chosen this map because what it has is a lot of internal rooms. So the way, I guess the first thing to show you is room clearing. The other thing is, if you hold down N, it brings up the map. So as you can see, A sort of in the middle here, and you're going to have right and left flanks to secure. So a lot of the time, you'll have people just like yelling at you, "Get on the point, get on the point." Well, they're not actually yelling, but, well, sometimes they're yelling, but you get the impression it's urgent anyway. So I generally ignore that because there's more to a game than just going for the point, running towards it and dying instantly. So what I tend to want to do is try and gain some kind of map control. So usually I want to secure the flanks, clear through, and often try and just take an overwatch position and then allow the sort of capping bunnies to go and do the actual capping. The shittier players who aren't perhaps as valuable. That's the way I see it anyway. So, room clearing. What you see a lot of people do, and what you see in the movies, is that people walk through the threshold of the door and then look around. But generally speaking, once that happens, you are already dead. So what you want to do is, so say I came from, well, for a start, I wouldn't really want to come from here because it's super open, but I'd probably come over here. I've come out this door. Okay, well, I will go from here. First, well, we'll go back a step further. I start from here. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anyone behind me at this point, so I'm going to put my crosshair on the corner of the door, and I'm going to move, like get stuck like a noob. I'm going to move around the door as slowly as possible, trying to keep the... So the first thing I'm going to do is clear... Oh, someone's joined. That doesn't work, does it? Alright, so someone just joined my game, so it's actually going to start. So maybe this will be more illustrative anyway. Actually playing with a real player. Alright. So generally speaking, you want to go a lot slower in this game than you do in a lot of other first-person shooters out there, but you can normally sprint at the start because people haven't reached you yet. Alright, so I'm approaching this corner. I'm going to put my crosshair on the corner. I'm going to move around and I'm going to clear all the way through as I go. The first point I'm going to clear is here, then here, then here, and there. I'm going to move to the right. I'm clearing this. No one's going to be there. So then as I move around, I'm slicing the pie all the way around. Then I push through. Now what I like to do is typically, if you press... Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. If you tap Alt, you walk slowly and you don't make any noise. So I tend to try and do this as much as possible. Then when I come to the corner, tap Alt off and move around fast. So what I've done there is I've cleared there, there, and the rest of the room. Even then I'm coming out too far, too fast. You need to strafe walk and not actually see. I've only just come across the threshold of the door now as I see that last point. So I'm not going to appear to a person in that corner until I can see them. That's the basics of it anyway. So another thing you can try is moving slowly, and then as soon as you make contact, say there's a guy there, but then sprint, move fast, because people already know where you are because they've heard those shots. That's another technique I like to use. So another wee point here, if you come up to a window, don't come all the way out with your gun sticking out like this, because people on the side will be able to see you. Try and stay back inside the room and shoot from there. So now that I've shot him, there's only one player on his team. That'll cause his team to bring in a new wave, which is how the respawn system works in this game. So it's usually about 30 seconds. So now you can see the counter in the bottom of the screen's gone down to 14. So now I know that he's respawned. I need to take up a defensive position. Okay, so here's some I prepared earlier. This is footage of Gemfrog and I playing on our server. The Australia-New Zealand 8v8 tactical server. If any of you guys are in the Oceania region, come check us out. We play 2 teams of 8, push. We like push. So this is a pretty good example of teamwork and also those basic room clearing techniques that I just talked about before. So you'll see me doing all of the techniques that I talked about, slicing the pie, walking slowly and then moving fast as you go around a corner, and even pre-firing some of the corners. So I'll just let the footage play and you can see if you can identify what I spoke about when you see the footage.
We're low on reinforcements!
Fucking learn how to... are you insurgent?
No, I'm a American.
Alright. Squad selection.
Damn it! I think that he's a skillless player because all he can do is RPGs. I said, wow, you're so good, or some shit like that.
What's the plan, bro?
Plan is
Pushing up the
elevator. Actually, I'm gonna go this way because that guy's already going that way.
I just saw a guy go in the door of B.
Okay.
Main door. Oh no, he went up the stairs in the back.
Right. Shall we
Flashbang outside.
get a bit of a pincer fucking gun?
I think we should go up
I saw a guy.
back.
Yeah, there he is.
I'm throwing a frag!
Gave him a grenade.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm the back stairs.
Okay. Sorry, dude.
That's alright.
I did.
Okay, I'm loading.
Bit of free fire going
I
on
need
there.
cover to
I'm
load.
loading as well.
That was some fucking reflexive shooting. I'm pretty sure we're good now.
Okay.
Yep. Do you want to hold upstairs and I'll... They keep grenading and stuff, so... Grenade. RPG. Okay, now they're coming in. In theory. Oh, that was close. Holy shit. Talk about a wave. Watch these doors. Oh, nice, bro. One more, I think. I hear a grenade. Oh no, that was up the back. What I'll do is I'll come round and I'll clear the oh no, out of waves, of course. Oh, fuck. I reckon they're above you. Oh,
That was so unfortunate.
that was unfortunate.
If it had been a split second before.
You know what the best grenade is?
You got a wreck, cunt.
The rocket grenade. That's the best grenade.